CPD for me. It's mandatory CPD, practical and relevant.
So let's get into it. What we're talking about today is emotionally intelligent lawyer. You know, I quite often will speak at conferences and I'll talk about the emotionally intelligent lawyer. And the funny thing is I'll have a lot of lawyers that will say to me things like, well, that's a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? You know, my experience is that lawyers actually give themselves a harder time than anybody else, their own self-talk about what they do. What I want to do today is to help you to understand the importance of emotional intelligence added to your great technical ability. You know, there's major effects of chronic stress. Fatigue, reduced concentration, decreased mood, decreased immunity, problems with the gut, with the blood flow, imbalances in hormones, muscle and protein breakdown, number of issues related from stress to your health. So it's important that we get on top of this, and that's my aim today, is to give you empowerment to be able to get on top of this. You know, we live in a VUCA world. You know, we work in a VUCA environment where it's volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous. And there's opportunities for us to be stressed everywhere. So it's not about getting rid of the stress, it's about reducing it and being able to manage it. So what I want to do first is unpack 5 key principles of what you need to know before we get into how you do it. So let's get started. So the first principle is that IQ isn't enough. See, IQ got you in the room. The second principle I want us to understand is the principle of the amygdala hijack. Now, the brain is a powerful organ and it has many, many functions. And I'm just going to talk about a little bit about that today. The third thing we need to understand with social and emotional intelligence is it starts with awareness. If we don't know where we're at in our emotions, in our social and emotional intelligence, then we can't do anything about it. The next thing is that we close that gap. We close the gap between where we are now and where we want to be. And because they're learned skills and we need to change strategies, and strategies repeated become new habits, and it's all about incremental improvement. Cognitive intelligence and behavioural preferences are pretty well fixed. And we can mask our IQ and we can mask our behavioural style to be who we feel we need to be to thrive and survive in a situation. But at the end of the day, pretty well fixed. But then we come down and look at the two in blue, our social intelligence and our emotional intelligence. So SQ being our social quotient and EQ our emotional quotient. And these are learned skills, learned capabilities, learned competencies. So it doesn't matter how old you are or what stage you are in life or your career listening to this right now. You can pick up from today and you can start to incrementally increase your social and emotional intelligence skills because they're learned competencies. So here's a working definition for us. Social and emotional intelligence is the ability to be aware of our own emotions and those of others in the moment, and to use this information to manage ourselves and manage our relationships. So let's pull that apart. Let's have a look at that, in certain sections. The first step is to work out where you're at right now, to have a realistic view at it and go, this is what's going on for me and I need to fix this. I need to work on this. So that is social and emotional intelligence. And if you want to be an emotionally intelligent lawyer, not just a technically great lawyer, then I invite you to take this journey, to go further with this, to go beyond just getting this information.
I hope you enjoyed this session today from CPD4Me. Continuing professional development should be about learning new things, about challenging yourself to learn and grow, about finding better ways to do the things that you do every day.